Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about directing and some very important things you should be doing as a director. Think of this as the Holy Bible, and we're going to start with the first one, which is communication. You need to communicate clearly and effectively with your team to ensure that everyone is on the same page and that they understand the vision for the project. Now, this is something that I think it should be done twice. One before the actual production and the second one on set. Let me explain. Now, the first thing I do before starting any production is to have a team meeting with everyone who's going to be involved in the project. The point is to create an alignment and understanding of the commercial to a point where we all can contribute value. The more people know about something, the better the chances of them being able to improve on what is existing. This is something that I then transfer into the second phase, which is when everyone is on set. Now, since everyone already knows what, when, and how they're supposed to do something, you save time, you look professional, and to your client, they get a sense of like your teamwork and efficiency, especially if it's a commercial project. So make sure you carry everybody along and that they understand the ultimate goal of that production. Number two is also one that requires a lot of introspection. You need to lead by example and set a positive tone on set. As a director, if you expect a certain amount of dedication from your team members, you should be the first one to show those qualities. So for example, if call time is 7 a.m., arrive by 6 or 6:30 just to show that extra bit of seriousness and accountability. As a director, you're leading the project, so lead the way. You cannot complain about a crew member being unprofessional when you're a joker yourself. Your team needs to know that you're 100% dedicated to executing, completing, and delivering the best possible version of the project. So be a good leader. The third one is perhaps something that is difficult for a lot of people to do because humans generally, we tend to become defensive when people give comments or criticize our work, especially when you're in a superior position.
Like look above them, you mean?
Perfect. The God-eye view. You think it's not going to be enough?
I don't think it'll look nice.
Okay.
Because it's like my shadow is being cast from the top.
Right.
So basically, like my goal is to not show the tone at all.
As a director, you need to be open to feedback and willing to adjust the plans as needed. Fun fact, sometimes things don't work, plans change, and recognizing when someone is giving feedback that is beneficial for the project in itself always makes you a better director. Whether that's feedback on something not working or someone proposing a new idea totally, things change in real time, and you're not going to be able to overlook every aspect of the production anyways. So I guess it also goes to show how much trust you have in your team members to know that they're only going to give you constructive feedback, at least from their level of expertise. So be open-minded, listen to your team, and be willing to adjust when necessary. Number four is to have a strong understanding of the technical aspect of filmmaking, such as lighting and camera work. Now, and even though this is not necessary 100%, but it sure helps because you'll be able to communicate what you want to your DP, your camera operator, and your gaffer very, very effectively. We've heard that saying that goes, effective communication is not in the language of the speaker, but rather the language of the receiver. I think that's how it goes. Now, there are a lot of directors who do not bother about the technical aspect of production as they focus purely on the directing, which is okay, but it definitely does help should you need to change something on the fly. Knowing the technical side of things helps make the work easier communicating with the crew. Number five, once again, unforeseen circumstances will happen on a production set 90% of the time. It is guaranteed. And part of your job as a director is preparing for that. You need to be adaptable and think on your feet to solve problems. On one of my recent productions, we had planned to use a crane for an aerial shot, we were filming in a 4D projection theater. The crane was casting a shadow on the subject. We tried to move it around to figure out another spot, but it was just impossible because projections were coming from everywhere. Now, after about 30 minutes of tweaking, I just made the call that, look, we need to get the shot as is. And that's what we did. When the final video was done, most of the crew members didn't even notice the casted shadow until I pointed it out to them. The client actually never did. Dwelling on that problem meant we would have wasted another 1 or 2 hours on that alone. And we only had 4 hours in total to be done and out. So half of video production is about problem solving, and being able to do that will save you time and make sure that you get the job done. At the end, remember, a completed video is better than an unfinished production. Before I move on to the last one, let's do a quick feedback survey. If you think this video has been valuable in any way for you, hit that subscribe button as a show of support. It lets me know that this type of content makes sense and I should keep making them. Also, if you'd like to check out my free template for pitching videos to clients, the link is in the description of the video. And for the last tip for today, I cannot overemphasize this enough. This will break or make your career as a director. I actually think that most people overlook this one thing and regret it later, but as a director, you need to show respect and support to your cast and crew.
I'm gonna move in closer to you now. That's it. Good. I'm gonna go around you. Good, 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 good. Roll. That's it. Do that roll again. Good. Let's go to the wall. Perfect.
Look, being a director does not mean you get to boss people around and just control everyone. It's teamwork. It's a partnership. When you're directing talents, be sure to communicate clearly, listen actively, and create a positive environment for them to bring their best performance to the table. And if you're working with your crew, you need to keep them happy by showing appreciation for what they do. Provide them with clear directions and tell them what to do. Foster a positive and inclusive working environment by making sure that everyone feels like, oh, I matter. Use verbal affirmations, hype them up, hug them, whatever works for you, but show them you're there to help them succeed. A happy crew means a successful production. And this is so important because the type of aura and vibe that you as a director create on your set determines how people see you.
It's like the first shooting in 12 years that something is wrapped on time.
Yeah. So a quick breakdown what we're gonna do.
All right. So today we're gonna be filming the first scenes of our new short film, Bigger Balls. And the whole idea is to show how, man, we compete with the most insanely ridiculous things. So it's gonna be dope. And you know, we're all set up on the FX3, Netflix approved. So who knows? Maybe this might be a Netflix short out there, you know, but we'll see how this goes. So see you guys on the other side. With that being said, check out the unfiltered BTS of my production over here.